All right. Well, thanks so much for coming today. Really exciting. Governor Pritzker's planning on signing the gaming bill today, so that's really exciting for the 5 communities who have been included in the gaming bill. City of Rockford obviously is one of those communities. I first want to just say a big thank you to all the organizations that helped to get us to this point. First, our local delegation down in Springfield really did a tremendous job. I would say we also have many other organizations here locally, and I'll miss some of them, but the local trade organizations were integral in making sure that this law was passed and that Rockford was included in it. The Chamber of Commerce was critical in it. So many other organizations and individuals across the community and region were really supportive of this, and I just, on behalf of the citizens of Rockford, want them to know that we are deeply appreciative of that. So with this signing today, there's a lot of information that's happening in a very rapid amount of time. So probably the number one thing that you should know and your viewers should know is from the day that the governor signs this bill, and he's supposed to be signing it today, we will have, the City of Rockford will have 120 days to provide that recommendation to the Illinois Gaming Board. There's a lot that goes into that, obviously. So one of the very first things that we have done, I would say the first 2 things in this order is, number one, there is a tremendous, as it should be, a tremendous emphasis on ethics. And so we have taken that incredibly seriously, and we have made sure that every single, myself included, all of the elected officials, the aldermen, all of our department heads and all city staff have signed off on ethics information that they have received it, they have read it and reviewed it. We've also provided them contact information for our city attorney, Nick Meyer, but also our outside counsel in Bobby Holsworth, so that if any of our staff, any of our elected officials have questions regarding the ethics in this legislation, they can get the answers that they need. Second piece of this that's really critical is the development of the request for proposal, the RFP. So the RFP process, we've probably been working on that now about 2.5, 3 weeks, and we are moving rapidly. For an RFP such as this, that not many people across the state have ever created an RFP like this, so we have a tremendous team involved in that. We have Carl Franzen, our Director of Economic Development. We have John Grove from the Visitor and Convention Bureau. We have Carrie Haggerty, our Finance Director. We have Nick Meyer, our Legal Director, Todd Cagnoni, our City Administrator, myself, and our outside counsel, Bobby Holsworth, also part of that group. I don't believe I've missed anyone in that group. So we are working really closely to get that request for proposal out no later than right before July 4th. That's our goal. If we can get it out by Monday, that would be even more spectacular. But it's a tight time frame. A lot of work needs to go into it, obviously, because you get one shot at this. Through this, I'll also mention that you get a municipality can actually propose and provide to the Illinois Gaming Board more than one location and more than one operator of that location. So we are excited again to be moving through that process. I do want to just read for you some of the request for proposal information that we will be reviewing so that the City Council can provide a resolution in support of either one or multiple casinos. And these are some of the items that we have to certify in that proposal. Number one, that the applicant has negotiated in good faith. Number two, that the city and the applicant have agreed, have mutually agreed upon a temporary location as well as a permanent location. That the city and the applicant have mutually agreed upon a revenue share. And the last two is the city and the applicant have mutually agreed upon zoning, licensing, public health, and other issues within the city's jurisdiction. And the last item is the City Council has adopted a resolution or ordinance in support of this casino. So with that, I'll take any questions that you have.
Are you planning to have, do you want to see a temporary location established while the game, is it while the game, well, yeah, when does that come in, a temporary location?
So I would say first, yes, we do want to see a temporary location if that's feasible. when does the temporary location come in? What was a,
Yeah, I was just wondering, I guess it's after they approve the operator. And
Right.
they establish a temporary location and then.
yeah, we can't just start a temporary location at City Council.
We have viewers asking, what's the timeline on when we could actually see a physical location? Like, how long would it take for it to be built?
So our process is 120 days or less, right? So City of Rockford's standpoint, that's why we've been moving with such urgency right now. We then will hand over that to the Illinois Gaming Board. I don't recall the time frame that they have to make a decision or if they even have a time frame to make that decision. But probably the earliest you'd see is right before the end of this year or right at the beginning of next year for a temporary site. And then probably 2 years later, I'm assuming an 18 to 24 month construction period.
Do you have you guys already scouted out locations for this temporary site?
So no, we have not done that. That would be that would be the job of the applicant to do, and we have made no commitments on location. And we've had interest on multiple. We've had multiple interests.
Does it seem like something that would be downtown, or do you think this might be something just like a little bit outside?
I would say it seems like something that's going to go through an open and transparent request for proposal process, and quite honestly, we have not agreed upon any location. I think everything's up for debate, everything's up for negotiation, and we are open to anything at this point.
Have any specific national operators expressed interest once the location's been decided upon?
I would say at this point, I will tell you that multiple folks have expressed interest in this. I'm not going to get into who they are, but we have had multiple entities have expressed interest.
How big is it for the city of Rockford to actually get this approved and to see the governor sign this bill?
So this is really amazing, right? So I think it was in 2009 that this bill or a similar bill was approved and then never signed. And so I want a huge thank you to Governor Pritzker for following through on a promise that he made during the campaign. It is huge for us. It's huge for our community. So if you look at it, you're talking about 400 to 600 construction jobs. You're talking about 800 to 1,100 potential jobs at the casino, and then you're talking about property tax revenue for all taxing bodies. You were talking about ancillary economic impact for other restaurants, potential other hotels, shops, things of that nature that can come along with the casino, and somewhat selfishly for the city of Rockford, and hopefully most of your viewers will appreciate this, the revenue that the city will get from this can really be from anywhere from $4 million to $8 million. One of the main things that it'll allow us to do is make sure that we can continue to do what we've done these last 2 years, is reduce that property tax levy, because I think our citizens are too burdened by property taxes.
And where are the biggest areas the revenue will be going to? Will it be going to schools or infrastructure in the city, or any specific area?
So the city's portion will not be going to the schools. City's portion will more than likely go into our general fund, and then we at City Council will have the direction of where those dollars go. So I don't want to presume where those dollars will go. I have 14 bosses that I highly respect, and we will make a collective decision together. But that our local share, just so you all realize this, the city of Rockford will get 70% of that revenue. Winnebago County will get 20%. McChesney Park will get 5%. Loves Park will get 5%. For our 70%, that decision will be made by our city council with some advice by myself and our city staff. But there's no hiding. We've had huge deficits for years and years and years. So this revenue comes at the perfect time for the city of Rockford.
Is there anything else you'd like to add that we didn't ask?
I would say I'd encourage all of you to come on Monday at... Huh?
You can tell them about it. They don't know.
I can tell them? So I'm breaking... This is breaking news.
Okay.
Monday at 9 a.m. over at the Indoor City Market, we're going to have Governor Pritzker and as well as Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton come to Rockford for a celebration press conference regarding the casino. So I would urge all of you to come. It should be a great day for news, but it should be a really wonderful day for the city of Rockford. I think when you talk about jobs, you talk about the revenue that's needed and that just overall impact that this has on our community. It's a really special opportunity that I think many citizens have been waiting for literally decades. Any other? Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.